Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thank you for joining today's meeting.
Welcome. Good morning, ladies.
As you are informed, this special task force is created by the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development and the Ministry of Human Resources in response to a women welfare in the working society. So everyone in this meeting are selected by the department to come up with a possible course of actions that can help overcome the problem. So Miss Susie, will be a chairperson and I will be accompanied by Mr. Farhan as the secretary of this task force. I hope that we can get along with just fine, everyone. Let's get down to business. The problem was identified from a study done by the Women Aid organization regarding gender discrimination to women in the working society. After thorough readings about the matter, I have narrowed down this issue into three major parts that were considered the main threats to this discrimination issue. The first is pay gap, next sexual harassment, and the last one is career growth. So now I will hand the floor to anyone who have any thoughts or ideas regarding the matter. Anyone?
Okay, yes, Miss Suzie, I would like to start by giving my opinion on this issue. Okay, it is known that since the last few decades, where women had to fight for their to be given to uh, involve in the working areas instead of just being a housewife or working in the kitchen, where we can see that people in the US a few decades ago they had to protest to make sure that they as a women can also be given the chance to work to support their families and not just their husband. And then after that they realized that women actually were given lesser pay than men. So this becomes a very serious issue since before this, which lasts for very many years. So my solution is that people in the higher position or someone important or the management should play a very important role to ensure that men and women can also be given equal pay. So even though the women have the same level of education, uh, they will actually be given less. We can see this globally around the world, and then so their boss or management should overlook this because women can actually do the same things that men can also do. So why not women be given the chance to have the same pay, and the management could put their own ego and just let women to have this. How about you, Mr. Heakal?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Farhan. I do agree with you. I just want to add some point or some solution regarding this issue. My solution is they should claim salary transparency. It is hard for women to fight the gender pay gap without knowing the actual numbers of the salary. Some companies they tend to keep their employees' salaries private, so it is hard to tell whether the payment gap exists. Through salary transparency, women working for a particular corporation would know how big the payment gap is and could build a better negotiation strategy. Through this strategy, the women wouldn't be tricked or deceived by their company, and a better salary will be provided because the women worker actually knows how much the male workers get paid. That's my point.
Okay. Okay, back to you, Mrs. Z.
Oh, okay, thank you, Mr. Farhan and Mr. Haikal, for that great idea. Next, we goes to sexual harassment. Can anyone give their
Uh,
opinion or ideas?
Hairi, you forgot to unmute.
Mr.
Okay.
Hairi, you may.
Yes, thank you, Miss Chairperson. I have some thoughts regarding the sexual harassment. I think this issue is a very serious because it has become a norm in the society. Their male counterparts will take advantage to harass their male colleagues verbally or worse physically. So if there's no action taken, women will face the same problem in the future. Do you have any thoughts about it,
Yeah.
Mr. Heakal?
I know, but I think I would like to add on because, in my opinion, the matter of sexual harassment is a very, very long time ago, since few years or decades ago, and it is still happening in our society nowadays. So, in my opinion, this matter should be given to enforce heavy actions such as jail time, to be fined, because if this has uh, been long for many years, so it seems that even though there are many efforts done by the government, the companies, but there are still people like this in the workplace. So if their colleagues doesn't feel safe, so we need to implement on very, very heavy action to get them sacked or any other heavy actions, so that it will take a very, very big impact, and to help women so that they can be comfortable to find to work and to be safe around men. Okay, Mr. Z.
Okay, back to you, Mrs. Z.
Me. Oh, thank you. Yes, sexual harassment is such a serious matter. But then we proceed to our next issue, which is career growth among women. Mr. Harry, do you have any ideas?
I have some thoughts regarding the career growth issue. Unfortunately, it is safe to say that women have a difficult time advancing their career growth due to several restrictions, whether personally or professionally. I think, Ms. Chairperson, personally making the women as heads of department in a company will bring changes. My defense is women are always associated with burdensome roles in a company, and most of the roles require significant amount of work and attention. Although women are very thorough in their work than men, but they also have their limits. Women have more obligations than men. Therefore, we cannot expect a consistent quality of work. They can also get tired, become unfocused, and in the end, lead to an unfinished or lousy work. We cannot fully rely on a single person serve as the workhorse of the department. If we make women be, be, become the heads of the department directly or indirectly, the whole operation of the department will alter to the standards of the leader. In other words, the department will achieve good work result as a whole with the presence of women as their leader and overseeing the quality standards of work rather than having just 1 or 2% that make up to the standards. It is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes, very true.
I would like to add on this career growth issue. For me, the solution is for the women. The, the solution is the women must find a mentor for themselves. The majority of women who have succeeded in their careers and reached positions of influence credit their participation in some sort of mentoring effort for getting them where they are today. Many organizations have women's initiatives and networks, and while they do provide support, women still represent only 25% of senior roles globally, and the men who are the decision makers, which has the more significant implication for female leaders. The best mentors are often senior women that you establish a relationship with, and then they end up being a sounding board for you. The women must put themselves out there and get to know their senior women in their own organization. And if they reciprocate your interest, you can then build the relationship like you would any other relationship. That's my point.
Very good.
Back to you, Mr.
Okay, such a great point. So I have here all your opinions and thoughts about this matter. So thank you everyone for the input. The suggestions are reasonable enough that I think has higher probability that it will work. Then again, we cannot expect that this course of actions will be fully implemented, let alone be fully accepted in the working society, given that this matter has coexisted with the time women joined the workforce many decades ago and being seen as an important thing to discuss in the first place. However, it is our responsibility to help these women in any ways that are possible to ensure a better future for them. With that being said, we are in the final stage of our meeting. I am asking if there is anything to be added on in this meeting. Does anyone have anything to add on?
Not me.
No, no, miss.
I'm not.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I
Yes,
think there is no more to add.
there's no more to add. Yes, for me.
No. If there's no more, then okay. Then we will end up our meeting. Thank you again for sharing your thoughts and goodbye.
Okay.
Meeting
Thank you,
dismissed.
miss. Alright. Goodbye, miss.
Goodbye,
Okay, thank
goodbye,
you.
Mr.
Thank you.
Hairi. Goodbye, Mr. Aliff.
Bye.
Thank you for your time.